What's up, everybody? I hope you're all doing well. Let's do a little bit of a film study for this Joshua Parker fight. I don't think Joe was headbutting there on purpose, but he did come in with his head. Joshua was lucky to, well, smart to have rolled that punch. But man, he was wide open. I don't like when fighters complain over stuff that's not intentional to the referee, but Joshua's a diva, okay? He just is. Comes with the territory. Why didn't Parker follow up on that? Look at Parker. He's got Joshua ready to cry to the referee, maybe slightly shook up by that punch. Why isn't he throwing the right hand? It's right there. Oh man, what a weird fight. So Adam Smith says to Carl Froch, you're giving him all these rounds or something along those lines. To Joshua, obviously. And then he mentions how people online are split. So people online are giving Parker rounds also. Anyway, round 4. Let's see what happens. Oh, just FYI, we're at 3/4 speed. And I can hear the audio, but I'm not sure if you can. Is Parker running? I heard a lot about Parker running. Is he running? Joshua misses. Gets hit. Grazing jab, but scoring. Jolts Joshua's head back just a little bit, right? I don't know. Did he land the right hand? Didn't look like it. And then he tries to elbow Joe Parker. I don't like dirty fighters. I don't like cheating. Do you? If you do, don't complain about PEDs. Alright? Cool. Parker's controlling the distance, right? How do we know that? Well, it's because he's maintaining the distance at which he wants to be, and Joshua wants to close the distance. Right? Parker takes that step out of range, and then Joshua tries to step into range, which he's not able to do because Parker is able to evade that right hand. That punch didn't land, so we're not giving him credit. But Parker's not running, he's just controlling the distance. Couldn't see the jab to the body, but we'll give Joshua credit for it. 1-up Joshua. Oh no, 1-1, right? 1-1. We're doing a punch count more than anything else here. Oh, did Joshua just eat a jab? Looked like it, right? Not anything powerful, really, but maybe on the chest. We won't give him credit. We won't count that punch. But it looked like he landed and Joshua didn't. The thing that I found interesting in this fight is that even though Joshua had a 6-inch reach advantage, it didn't look like it. Because Parker was right there jabbing with him. How is the shorter, smaller man jabbing with you? Weird. Carl Froch said the jab landed, but I didn't think so. Takes a left hook. We can't see it, right? Do we give him credit for it? We'll give him credit, but let's keep it real. You couldn't see that punch, right? Couldn't hear anything there. Nothing there. Good bit of control by Joshua. Nothing by Parker. He's hitting gloves. Nothing but air. Jab to the body. So they're even as far as number of punches landed. I'm not counting how many punches they land respectively. because ultimately we're only interested in the difference between the punches landed by the respective combatants, right? So we're even right now. Looks like Joshua lands to the body. Yeah, lands a little body shot. Oop. But takes a hook right back, right? Grazing hook. I thought that scored. They're still even, right? Parker touched him with the jab, but I don't think it scored. He did touch him. Damn, look at the defense by Parker. See that defense? No score. Sounded like Parker landed on the gloves. He landed a little body shot there. Grazing. We won't count it. Man, they're just looking at each other, huh? Throwing punches out of range. Goodness gracious. Is Parker running? He's not running, guys. I heard all this talk about Parker running. He wasn't running, he was right there. No one lands. Kinda looked like Parker landed a jab there, no? No. He didn't get there. That didn't land. Neither did that. Looked like a jab to the body by Josh. Yeah, he lands to the body and takes a jab upstairs, right? So they're still even. No score. No score. Nothing there. Jesus, these guys. Oh my God, this was a good fight. Joshua can't land anything. He did touch him there, so we'll give him that. Missed the right hand completely. So Joshua's up one punch. Oh, body punch by Parker. Yeah, they're even. Couldn't see it, but I heard it. Look, Parker's coming forward. Joshua's backing up now. Parker's punching his gloves. Right? Parker's holding the center of the ring. Not anymore. Joshua lands a slap hook, turns a jab into a hook, and eats a jab from Parker. Jostles his chin. So, are they still even? Kinda seems like it. You know what I think happened in this fight? Joshua being, you know, a lot of these people's boyfriend, let's keep it real. They weren't really looking at what Parker was doing. I think they were just staring at Mr. Muscles. That's just my opinion. Did Parker just land a counter jab? Joshua didn't. Right? Parker blocks it. It doesn't even get there. Looks like he hits him with the jab. Maybe Joshua rolls it. We won't give it to him. Another jab by Parker. And a right hand to the body. You see? We'll give Parker just a right hand to the body. He's up one punch. Gloves. Nothing. What is here to score, guys? Gloves. They're just throwing punches out of range. What a weird fight. Joshua lands a jab. And hits Parker's gloves. So what, are they even still? Fourth round. I gave the fourth round to Joshua, but nothing really happened in the round. Now, you know, I gave it to him because I thought the number of punches landed was basically the same. There was nothing to split them by. But Joshua came forward a little bit more. But Parker came forward too, and he wasn't running. And, you know, Joshua's coming forward was really the effect of Parker taking steps back and trying to walk him into traps. And Joshua wasn't really coming forward assertively pushing him back. Parker was trying to walk him into traps, which is why Joshua was so tentative, right? No one really won that round. Who won that round? You could give it to either guy. Why would you give it to Joshua? Because he came forward? I mean, normally, if you're coming forward and you're pushing your opponent back with punches, I would agree. But it's really debatable here. Yeah, technically he was coming forward, but Parker was the one dictating. Right? Joshua's not a come-forward fighter. He likes to sit back and box and counterpunch a little bit. The only reason why he came forward is because Parker would create space between them. He would step out of range, and Joshua was trying to close the range. And Parker was trying to walk him into traps. So I could see you giving this round to Joshua, but you can't complain if I gave it to Parker. And as far as punches landed, they were basically even, no? Let's see what CompuBox had to say. Give me a second here. And I don't know what CompuBox said for this round. I don't know what the numbers were. We're just going to look them up right now. Sorry about that. Round 4, CompuBox numbers. What? 13-5. What? How you figure? 13-5. How did that happen? How? Weird. Anyway, let's watch the 5th round. A little bit of slow-mo replay. See that little jab by Parker? I don't think I counted it, but it was there. But Joshua countered him with a nice left hook. Wasn't too clean, but definitely scored with that left hook. That jab didn't land right. No, that's not a scoring blow. If you don't know that, stop watching boxing. That was a nice left hook. A better angle there. Wait, was that the same left hook? It looked different. I guess Parker didn't land his jab. It looks like the same hook, yeah. Maybe Joshua deserved that round because that was arguably the best punch of the round. That's not even a scoring blow, but most boxing fans don't seem to know that. Parker lands on the chin with the jab, and Joshua lands the wrist on the chin. That's not a scoring blow, actually. But, you know, shit happens. Close round. Could have gone either way, honestly. 13-5. Man, how did they get that? Three-quarter speed. Joshua's not really coming forward. He's not pushing him back or anything. You know, you want to give him credit for being the effective aggressor. I think both guys aren't effective very much at all as far as aggression goes. Jab to the body by Joshua, but he takes a jab upstairs, right? Maybe Joshua's punch was harder. That sounded like it landed. Gloves. That sounded like a good punch. Kind of a cuffing shot, but hey, Joshua's one up. Right hand lands on the arm, hip, kinda. It doesn't land in the scoring area, right? You see Parker is protecting the scoring area, so that's not a scoring blow. But I could understand how some people might think that that was a scoring blow watching the fight live, you know. We all make mistakes. Right? Low blow, really. But Parker deflected it, so I'm not blaming Josh. See how Parker slaps that jab out of the way? And it doesn't land? You see that? His punch doesn't land either because it's more of a wrist. None of this counts. That's holding and hitting. That's not... None of that scores. I hope you guys know this. Nothing there. But did you just see Parker pushing Joshua back? That's effective aggressiveness, right? You don't have to land punches to be the effective aggressor. You just got to push your opponent back with aggressiveness. I don't think anything landed there by either guy. Right? He's backing Joshua up. Slaps Joshua's jab out of the way, right? Slips the jab. And lands his own on the chest. One punch lead for Parker. See, Joshua's not pushing him back. People said Joshua came forward, right? So if there were close rounds, you should give them to the aggressor. But they're equally as aggressive or not that aggressive at all. Did Joshua land anything there? Yeah, he landed a body punch. We'll say they're even. I hope I'm not screwing up my count here. You see, Parker's the one creating the space. That made no sound whatsoever. Why? Because it didn't land. Neither did that. Or that. Or that. I don't know what these Joshua fanboys were scoring, but probably all those quote-unquote jabs. Landed jabs. Joshua's following him around the ring. He seems to land the jab. There he goes. Did both of them land? I think so. Looks like both of them landed their jab. See, that's the kind of fight that I saw. I saw a jabbing contest where they basically landed the same amount of jabs. I'm oversimplifying, of course, but that's why I had the fighter draw. Parker lands a jab on Joshua's gloves and lands a right hand to the body. I don't know if that left hand gets anywhere. It makes a sound, but I don't think it lands. And then he lands another right hand to the body. So he's up one punch, right? Nothing there. But look, he's pushing Joshua back. I thought he ran. I thought Joshua came forward and Parker ran the whole fight. No? That's the narrative I heard. I know how to score fights, kids. Trust me, I know how to score fights. Whoa, rocks Joshua back with the jab, right? Did Joshua land anything? Yeah, they both land on each other, right? So Parker's still up, what, 1 punch? Jab to the body by Joshua. It was slapped down. I don't know that landed. No, it landed on the glove. Maybe it touched his body, but that's not a scoring blow. Nothing there. Both of these guys are throwing their punches out of range. Ooh. Joshua misses his jab and gets rocked with the right hand right on the chin, right? Parker's up 1 punch, landing the best punch of the fight so far. Joshua misses the jab. Looks like he gets hit by Parker's jab. Yep. Parker's up 2 punches. Outboxing Joshua. Nice jab by Joshua. That one didn't land though. Did Parker land? Ooh, looks like he hit the glove, but yeah, no, he landed on the glove. So Parker's up 1 punch, right? No score. No, he scored with that one. So we're even as far as punches landed. Parker counters him with his jab. Maybe that didn't land. So they're even right now as far as punches landed. Nothing. Oop. That doesn't land. Whoa. Lands another right hand on the chin, right? So Parker's up 1 punch. Nothing there by Joshua. Joshua's not really coming forward. He's moving laterally, following Parker around the ring. Parker's running just a little bit. Right there, that's running. See, he's trying to walk Joshua into the right hand. Joshua's scared. Did that land? Maybe. Hard to say. Joshua hits gloves. At least that's what it sounds like, and I can't see it. Couldn't see Parker's jab to the body. Joshua missed. Did I have Parker up 1 punch? Or was it even? I can't remember. It was very even as far as punches landed, right? Obviously Parker landed the better shots. What did CompuBox tell us? Joshua landed 1 more actually, when it looked like it was even. So the bias in this instance, it looked like it was even, or maybe Parker landed 1 more punch. So the CompuBox bias wasn't as bad as in the 4th round, but it still seemed to favor Joshua ever so slightly, even though Parker clearly won the round, right? So you can see how we're gonna stop this film study right now. because I just don't have the time to do this, and I don't want to make too long of a video. But look, I had made a point on the BDA podcast that I don't think Hamed is stupid where he didn't understand the point. I just think he was trolling me, but maybe he was just a little bit too emotional to allow his brain to work properly, to allow for information to come in so that he could be able to process it. But this is the point I was making, and I've made this point many times before, because I've noticed this, and a lot of you have as well, that it's not just the judges, it's not just the referees, it's not just the commentators, and it's not just the fanboys. The CompuBox oftentimes is also biased in favor of the A side, right? Which is what makes CompuBox bullshit, because CompuBox favors the A side. Okay? Yet, knowing all this, having set the stage like that, it's not a hypocrisy to look at CompuBox numbers to try to prove a point. You could still use CompuBox numbers because you know there's a built-in bias there, right? It's like if your speedometer on your car is broken, right? It gives you, the reading it gives you is 5 miles faster than what you're actually going, right? You could say your speedometer is bullshit, but you could still use the speedometer to read what your speed is if you know why it's bullshit and what the margin of bullshit is, right? Of course. I think a 5-year-old should be able to get this point. Okay, fine. Maybe a 9-year-old should be able to understand this point. Somebody who's had, you know, first grade math, has taken first grade math. So the point that I made on BDA, at least I was trying to, maybe I just didn't present it clear enough, concisely enough, was that Joseph Parker, because CompuBox is bullshit, because it always favors the A side, it tends to, right? Joseph Parker, looking at CompuBox number, arguably won the second round, right? The third round. Well, we know he arguably won the fourth round, but I wasn't counting that round at that point in time. The fifth round, the sixth round, the ninth round, and the 11th round, right? Because he was either landing more punches, the same number of punches, or one punch fewer than Joshua landed, according to biased CompuBox numbers that, as I just showed you, tend to favor the A side. And I've shown you this many times in the past. So adjusting for the CompuBox bias, at that point in time, you could see how Joseph Parker arguably won 6 rounds. And having watched the fourth round, and I didn't even look at these numbers before, having watched the fourth round and seeing how really the number of punches landed was very even, and CompuBox had Joshua up by 8 fucking punches, 13-5. You could see how he arguably won the fourth round too. So you could see how this fight could have gone either way, just looking at CompuBox number and the analysis that I just gave you. You could make a case for Joseph Parker winning 7 rounds. You could make a case for Joshua winning 7 rounds. Right? This was a very close fight. Could have gone either way kind of a fight. And the scorecards reflected it, right? Given what we know about how Anthony and Joshua's fights are scored in the UK, right? I really hope that makes sense. I'm going to go send this video to Hamed now. See if he can redeem himself and prove that he's not actually a dummy and just a troll, perhaps. We'll see. Thank you for watching. Hope you liked the video. I'm out.